Okay, so I decided I'm going to try something a little different for me, anyways, on here, and I'm going to start vlogging some more and just talking with you. I guess you're not here to you. I don't like the way that sounds either. Talking about paranormal topics. And today I'm going to talk about Serendipity Day, which happens on August 18th. As you know, well, you may not know, if you've ever visited hauntjaunts.net or listened to the podcast, sometimes I think I even have a playlist on the YouTube for weird holidays and observances. Well, I happen to love weird holidays and observances. And August 18th is Serendipity Day, which I was thinking about anyways, but then something serendipitous happened. So I thought, that'll make for a fun first vlog to talk about. Well, I have a ton of vlogs I want to talk about, but I just said, you know what, I'm going to dive right in since I've all made up today, because I just had a Zoom call with the directors and writer of this horror movie called Posies, which is a short horror film that it premiered in the LA Short International Film Festival. It's going to be in Fright Fest, which happens in London, and they were amazing. And so you can't watch it just yet, but RH will have the information on where you can watch it. Anyways, while I was talking to them is when the serendipity thing happened. So I need to back up a little bit so you understand where the serendipity comes into play. It has to do with Tubi, which, have you heard of Tubi? It's like Crackle. Sometimes Crackle sends me information about shows that they're going to have. Tubi's just like them. It's a free service. It's advertising. That's what pays for the shows. So you have to suffer through some ads to watch the content, but otherwise it's free. And over the weekend, we got a TV. Well, no, we've had the TV. Over the weekend, we were watching the new TV, and it makes suggestions for shows we might like. And one of them was called Swim. It's a shark horror movie that was on Tubi. Well, I keep seeing things for Tubi. The TV keeps suggesting you might enjoy this. It's on Tubi. You might enjoy that. It's on Hulu or whatever. But there's been a couple of things for Tubi so far. So I'm going to go check out the shark thing because it was a rainy day. I was sort of in the mood for a horror movie. So I'll check it out. It wasn't all that great. The acting's horrible, but it was Tubi. So I got all signed up with Tubi. Well, my friend Pamela K. Kenny, who is an author and a ghost wrangler, I love that description of herself, she'd sent me an email with a show for, hold on a second, I click over to my screen. I believe it's called Watch the Shadow Dimension, free TV series on Tubi. So I was like, oh, okay, another free Tubi thing, and that, what is going on with Tubi? So today I'm talking with RH, who's also, her name's Rachel, and Catherine, who is Kate, but I think I just jumped the shark and started calling them that. So you'll see. It was not my most brilliant interview. So I don't think I ever really do a good interview, but I was actually fangirling, like, because their movie Posies is so amazing that it's short. It's like 15, 16 minutes long. It's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, short or long. Anyway, so I was fangirling talking to them. And then I had found out right before the interview that Rachel, she is a non-secular exorcist, and her memoir, Sister of Darkness, is going to be, or I think is in development right now, for a series for FX. So I was like, oh my God, she's like a horror rock star right now. She's super talented, and they could not have been nicer, and just so talented. So I just was standing and I couldn't control myself. So this is part of that. I'm still kind of on a high, like, oh, I talked to them. But anyway, so back to Serendipity Day, where all of this ties in and is my talk for today. It was so crazy. So she's mentioning, I knew about the book. I knew about FX because I'd watched this guy. I think his YouTube channel is Joe Literary. He had interviewed them. So I was watching part of that. I didn't get a finish, unfortunately, before I had to go, but I watched enough to know about the Sister of Darkness. So next thing you know, she says, oh yeah, and I'm going to have something coming out on Halloween on October 31st. And I was like, oh, really? What? Like, she's like, she looked at Kate. She's like, can I say? She's like, I don't know. And I said, well, can you give us a hint about where it's going to be? And she said, it's going to be on Tubi. And I was like, what? This Tubi keeps coming up. So Tubi for 2021 is my serendipity thing. Anyways, what about you? Do you have any serendipity moments lately, or have you had any serendipity moments lately? If so, drop it in the comments and let me know. I'm going to put a question there and pin it, so it might refresh your memory to answer the question in case you miss it. But thank you for, I'm a little nervous to do my first vlog, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately, just because in general, well, mostly we've been watching, I call him the cruise news guy, but his channel, super successful. He just passed 100,000 not too long ago subscribers. La Lita Loco. Loca. Lalita Loca. He's got so much good energy. Anyways, I just really enjoyed listening to the cruise news because we had just come back from a cruise and I was curious, he's really on top of, he always does a cruise news and he's always on top of what's happening, and cruising's our most favorite way of traveling. And it's kind of been a bummer, but we did our first cruise. We survived our first cruise back after COVID. We're glad we did it then because things have changed dramatically just in the 2 weeks that we've been back, but that's a whole nother thing. Anyways, back to Serendipity Day, August 18th. Watch for the interview with RH Stavis, Katherine Fisher. Watch for that interview about their posies, which I hope I didn't talk too much, but anyways, was fangirling. You'll see they're so wonderful, and I think we're gonna see more. Hope we see more. So if you can at all see posies, do it. Talk it up, because in this modern world of ours, that's what happens. The more people talk, the more excitement. And these, I don't know about you, but I don't always feel invested in other people's success or want to see, obviously if I see something good happening to somebody, I celebrate with them. But there's some people that you run across and you're like, these people are incredibly talented. They need to be able to create. So whatever we can do to help them do that, let's do that. I can't speak highly enough about that. Anyway, okay, I'm going to end it here because I think I'm just chattering now. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with another one of these vlogs. I'm kind of liking this, and I have a lot I want to say about other things, not about Serendipity Day. And if you want to check out, hauntjaunts.net, please do. You'll find the weird days and observances under the reference section on the top, the link of the website. That's what I'm trying to say, of hauntjaunts.net. In the menu, you'll find it under references, weird holidays and observances. Check it out. See what else is coming. There's a lot more coming. I think September and October, go figure, are loaded with weird and unusual days. So I love that. But anyway, thank you for watching. And if you could do me a great honor and like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed, I would love that. Thank you. And I will look forward to seeing you next time, as I always say on the podcast. Ciao for now.